With this video, we'll review how to divide fractions, and we're actually going to discover that after you get below this line right here, everything from below the line on down is nothing more than multiplying fractions. Okay, so we've already reviewed this. What we just need to do is to get from it being a division problem to being a multiplication problem. And the key step to doing that is right here, this keep, change, flip. So I'm going to refer to that as K, C, F. Keep, change, flip. And you'll see what I mean by that when we get through the next problem or two. So don't forget, we always start out by counting up the signs because we are now dealing with fractions that may have a combination of positives and negatives. So if we have an even amount of negatives, we will get a positive result. An odd amount of negatives, we will get a negative result. We will always convert our fractions, if they're mixed numbers, into improper fractions, and then we'll get to that critical step of keep, change, flip, KCF. So let's get through the critical first three steps. Count up the signs. Let's see, I have one negative sign, so I know my answer will be negative. I also know that I have a mixed number here, so I will have to convert that. So once again, you take your denominator of 6, multiply it by the whole number of 4. That will give you 24, and then add the numerator. So we know that's going to be 25 sixths. And the problem is negative 10, or I like to see it as a fraction, negative 10 over 1 divided by 25 over 6. So we're now ready to take care of the KCF, so keep, change, flip. So the way we convert this problem from a division problem to a multiplication problem, so we're back in our comfort zone, is we keep the first fraction. So we're going to keep negative 10 over 1. We're going to change our division sign to multiplications. That's what we just did right there. And then the flip talks about taking the second fraction and flipping it, basically taking its reciprocal. So that is our KCF. Keep the first fraction, change to multiplication, flip the second fraction. And as I mentioned, from here on out, everything that we do is going to be based on what we know about multiplying. So we will cross cancel, nothing to cross cancel with the 1 and the 6. We will cross cancel with the 10 and the 25 because they share a factor of 5. So 5 goes into 10 twice, 5 goes into 25 5 times. And now we will take our reduced problem and just simply multiply our numerators across. So 2 times 6, that's 12. 5 times 1, that is 5. And don't forget we had a negative answer. And the last thing we'll want to take through from there is to convert that to simplify back to a mixed number. So I know 5 goes into 12 twice, which gets me 2 times 5 is 10 with the remainder of 2/5. One more time, our answer is negative. We never want to lose sight of that. So by the time we're done, negative 10 divided by 4 and 1/6 is negative 2 and 2/5. So let's take this through. I'll show you one more. Take this through all the steps. So count up the signs. One negative. Don't forget we have a negative answer. Convert your mixed numbers. 2 times 3 is 6 plus the 2. That gives me 8/3 divided by. And once again, when I do the converting of this mixed number, which is negative, I'll ignore the sign. I already have my sign taken care of off to the side there. So 9 times 3, we know, is 27. 27 plus the 1 is 28. So I get divided by 28/9. And now the key process, the keep, change, flip. So keep your 8/3. Change your division sign to multiplication. And flip your second fraction from 28 over 9, to 9 over 28. And now begin to do your cross canceling. So when you cross cancel, I know 3 can be reduced by a factor of 3, reducing it to 1. 9 by that factor of 3 reduces to 3. I know my 8 and my 28 share a common factor of 4. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. 28 divided by 4 is 7. We're now ready to do our last step of multiply your numerators. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 7 is 7. Don't forget your negative sign. And if there were any reducing to do or any simplifying back to a mixed number, we would do it. Otherwise, we give it one last check, and it seems to me that negative 6/7 is our final answer. So with that, you can refer back to these problems and do what you see remaining, and we'll continue our practice.